हाँ जी दोस्तों, तो वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट माइक्रो मैनेजर and visionary leader. So today we are going to discuss about one of the most interesting leader category stereotype, that is chill leader. And today we have another leader, and you can see on screen the name is Mr. Leader itself, having experience of 17 plus years in the management role. And personally, from my experience, I know this Mr. Leader very well, and I have seen his experience, his leadership, his way of leading people. And so we, in this particular segment, we will be taking advice, suggestion, answers, or maybe how his views about this particular stereotype is. So before inviting him, what he thinks about this particular role, let me define my definition, how I see as a chill leader to the practicality. So when I talk about chill leader, let's talk about in a not factual way, but in the perspective how the life of colleagues look like. So imagine this, when there is a chill leader, and imagine that. So I am feeling that everyone around me is loving me, and they are loving me till there is no work to do. And I am strolling in the office saying to people, keep it cool, everything will sort out itself. And deadline, don't worry about deadlines, things will finish itself. And now imagine another situation. If a chill boss will be a pilot, so what he would say into a flight, kind of he would announce the to the flight like, ladies and gentlemen, we are cruising at 30,000 feet, destination unknown. Let's just see where the wind takes us. So that kind of feeling and the behavior I expect when a chill leader or boss, a person, an individual, an organization gets. And with this, my definition, let me invite our guest, Mr. Leader, to share his perspective. So, leaders are how you feel about this kind of leadership. What's your perspective about it?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me, Mr. Suresh, and you very well explained the nature of cheerleader, and it's very well defined. Really appreciate you, and you are exactly bang on the explanation which we face in our professional life. And I have during my career I have reported many leaders, and you rightly said that there are some chill leader and there are different type of leadership styles. But there are few things which I would like to add in your explanation, which might add value considering my experience. So every leader set a expectation in his team. There is a threshold for every leader. So if leader is very violent, team will align accordingly. Until unless he will not be violent, team will not take him seriously. In case of chill leader, you rightly said he's slow in his giving commands, in his driving operations, but his violent threshold will be different. And once he will be violent, a little bit hyperactivity from him or hyper action or hyper command, team will take it as a strong message. So by this way, probably every leadership has some advantage, every leadership has some disadvantage, or probably you can say that every leadership have some good advantage and less advantage. That will be probably a better terminology. So in chill leadership, I find more advantage as compared to other leadership styles because you create a good environment, your people feel relaxed, and you also tend to lose your less energy as compared to other leadership styles because you are
Hmm.
also chill. And once you need to drive something, you need to put little bit comparatively less
Hmm.
uncomfortable efforts, and
Hmm.
by this you can take care of your health, you can take care of your BP, and you can take care of overall environment also. And one more thing which I strongly feel, this type of leader get more respect in long run as compared to other leadership styles. So that is my take on this.
So what I understood from your answer is that in a nutshell that people enjoy working with these kind of leaders, and probably they have more to learn. The life of the people are relaxed, and in fact they are more healthy, especially when it comes into sales, and they get a leader like this, maybe their life is completely different.
Yes, you are amazing.
Absolutely. So now the next question which I would love to understand from you is that, see, these kind of leaders are very cool, right? And when it's come to business delivery, setting expectation and asking for numbers, how do you see that will this leader will be more successful compared to some maybe other kind of leader who shows some other leadership stereotype? And maybe I would love to hear the kind of leader stereotype you would say will be the more successful.
Yeah, this is once again a very good question, and I was expecting this question considering today's topic. And you rightly said there are different situations where different leadership styles are required. And considering tight situation, this leadership style may give you some pushback because your team will not put that extra short-term efforts. If you are not very hyper, probably, and you are
Hmm.
not very pushy, and you are a chill kind of leadership style.
Hmm.
But in long term, in
Hmm.
long run, they
Hmm.
will always try to give their best considering leadership style.
Hmm.
There's other kind of leadership style which probably you want to mention could be helpful in achieving short-term goal
Hmm.
whenever you are facing a tough situation. But
Hmm.
in overall, the chill pill leadership style is better than the hyperactive leadership style or autocratic leadership style.
Great. So, in all, what I understood is that the leader which is empathetic, chill leader is going to be a successful person in long run. Maybe for this short duration of time, he or she may not get that much of success that an aggressive leader may get. Is that correct? That what you said?
Yes, yes, and you can add one more thing. When there is a chill leadership style, there is a more mutual trust.
Hmm.
Team has a more liberty to get access in front of such leaders. They
Hmm.
used to discuss their personal problem. They used to discuss their professional problem probably more transparently
Hmm.
because they don't have fear of firing.
Hmm.
Firing not only in terms of losing job, firing in terms of probably handling situation or short tempering or probably getting insulted on that time or
Hmm.
creating a toxic environment on that time. Nobody feels comfortable in toxic environment. So these could be many factors where team feel more comfortable in front in terms of opening their mind, opening their problems, discussing their real problem, which may result into better business outcome in front of chill leader as compared to autocratic or hyperactive leader.
Hmm. Very nice. So that's very well explained, and I think our audience will be able to get this idea very clear that what is a chill leader, what is other kind of leader, why a chill leader is great to show that kind of stereotype, because the success of a chill leader is going to be great in long terms. Maybe he will be a leader that will erase out all the problem for his people, and vice versa, his people will be ready to leave no stone unturned for his leader, right? Now coming on to one of the most important questions. So majorly we have discussed both in terms of strengths, and we will come back to on strengths point once again. Let's find out what are the some of the blind spot for cheerleaders. So that is one of the question which I see maybe, and because that will help our audience to find out what can be some of the negative kind of things which kind of hold back the subordinates under chill leader to reach their maximum potential. And if the audience are well aware about the weakness or blind spot of a chill leader, maybe they can work on those areas with the help of some other leaders.
Yes, Mr. Suresh, you rightly said that every leadership style has some blind spot, and in the same way, when it comes to chill leadership, so when you rightly said before some time when we face a tough situation. So as I told you before some time, uh, chill leader has more access to team. So definitely, whenever they will feel tough situation, as it is, they will communicate that situation to their leader,
Hmm.
and both of them have to work on that. Probably he standalone will not put that much effort to resolve that problem if it
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
genuine problem, and probably not able to address entirely in one go. But in
Hmm.
case of aggressive leadership style, he will try to put extra effort to minimize that loss. So short term gain could be there.
Hmm.
Instead of going again and again in front of leader, he will try to see the solution himself. He
Hmm.
will try to put extra effort to address the situation. He will try to explore his brain plasticity. So that could help in driving other solution which probably could not come in front of chill leadership styles. So you rightly said there are blind spot, and and it could sometime could act as a hindrance to maximize an individual potential.
Hmm.
So this could be one blind spot. You want to add something in this? You can.
Absolutely. So I learned very important two points from your discussion. That's one is accountability. When a leader is chill, maybe the team do not take that much accountability. Maybe they may consider or feel like that our boss is kind of chill. We can go and tell everything the way they are. Maybe they hold back putting the effort, the amount of effort required from the teams, and they may not put that much effort, right? And this connect to the second point. Maybe if they are not putting the required effort while given the situation, they are capable of doing those things, just investing a little more time and brainstorming. So I think this will, you mentioned correctly that this will kind of hold back their development, and accountability will be on lower side. And one more important point which I can kind of feel like that this might further lead to the missed missing into the target, or kind of delay of the deadlines, meeting the deadlines, because they are not putting wholeheartedly striving or putting efforts. That's what is taking them to the delaying the things. What more I can relate to it is the that this kind of leader maybe give full liberty to their team, right? They don't go and check on every aspect of them, that how things are going and not. So this may sometimes kind of make these leaders to depend on their team. So they do not have all the kind of trust. No, trust is the wrong word. All the kind of information, and they overly rely on the team because they have given them full freedom, and they are maybe stakeholders are in the catch of the team only. So that's also one of the point which come to mind. What do you say on this?
Yes, sir, yes, definitely. You rightly explained, and your points are value addition in our discussion. But I would like to add that empowering team is different thing. It's apart from leadership style. So
Hmm.
being a chill leader, you can empower your team to take decision, to make them develop. You can give them constructive feedback, so they will take their feedback more seriously. Also, trust level will be more in case of chill leadership style.
Hmm.
So if they will not perform as per their effort, or they will not perform as per expectation, they always have fear of losing their reputation, which
Hmm.
they would not like to be in front of chill leader, because they have a better understanding, they have a better mutual trust, they have a better accessibility to each other.
Hmm.
So in long term, definitely this type of leadership style will pay more payout and leads to better business outcome as compared to other leadership style. So you rightly said, short term there could be some hindrance, there could be some losses, but long term these things could be addressed, because separately you think you can handle all these things. You can empower your team, you can discuss those things in advance when this tough situation arrives, why this situation has come, what best can be done to tackle such type of situation in future. Those things could be done.
I have it, I kind of align with your point, and at the same time, I also agree to disagree. And why so? When you say this kind of leader and the team, if the leader is still leader, they have more mutual trust, rapport is there. Having said that, this is in the ideal situation. See, like a leader has different kind of leadership stereotypes, so is the subordinates, right? Every subordinate is not ideal. If there are subordinates, see, both positive and negative things are there. So here consider me as the as kind of ghost. I am taking the side of the ghost, wherein the subordinate is kind of that he needs push. If given the liberty, he kind of do not adhere to the job responsibility and kind of lingering things. So just imagine if the team is of 7 people and 2 people are like that. In that case, I feel like that deadline will be missed, the leadership presence will also be impacted, and this over dependence will somewhere hamper the leadership in terms of top leadership. This kind of leadership, that's what of one of the point which I would kind of make here. What do you say on this?
Yeah, you rightly said that every team member is different, and you have to deal every team member differently. Probably you need to assess them on skill will metrics, whether they are having required skill or not, whether they are having that will or not. So you have to tackle accordingly. If they are not having skill, then definitely they require some kind of training to perform that task. But if they are not having will, probably other leadership style, aggressive leadership style will be more helpful in such cases. You rightly said every team member is different, and you need to have different action plan for every team member.
So what I just learned from your discussion, that's if a leader just is showing and demonstrating just one leadership style, that is really going to be more harmful than a good for the team. Because given the condition, the nature of human being, there are different kinds of people. And as a leader, a manager, a leader has to demonstrate altruistic leadership style depending upon the person in front of you. Maybe sometime you need to become a micromanager, then sometime you need to become a visionary leader. Having said that, sometime you need to become as a chill leadership and need to show other kind of leadership style. So what do you say? I mean, I got this idea from the point you just mentioned. What are your thoughts? And I kind of, what would you else like to add into this?
Yeah, actually, you summarize it very well that there are different leadership style and on different team member, depend upon different team member, you need to apply different leadership style. Also, for the same member on different situations, probably you need to show your different leadership style. So leadership style depend upon situation, leadership style depend upon person in front of you. You rightly said, and the kind of expectation you are having from organization. So you need to change gear in your leadership style as per requirement, and that is the reason adaptability and change are demand of leadership style now these days. So
Hmm.
one need to change accordingly as per business requirement, as per customer requirement and client requirements.
Hmm. I think that's you summarized very well. And now these are the one of the not one, in fact, few of the blind spots or weakness for this particular leadership styles. And to my audiences who are listening to this particular episodes, they must kind of consider these kinds of scenarios they come across, and they must look and kind of make themselves aware that they need to kind of protect themselves going into these kinds of situation, maybe losing accountability, missing on deadlines, becoming power of poor leadership styles, or more of the reliability on the team. So that's both for the team as well as and for the leader as well as to save his his face in front of the senior leadership and to become a successful leader in their professional as well as in personal life. What do you say, sir?
Yeah, you rightly summarize, and now we can end this. And you rightly
And,
said this type of leadership style have more advantage, and definitely the kind of insight we have discussed will definitely benefit and add value in our to our audience.
and before closing this, let me go back home to the strengths of this kind of leaders they poses for their team. Would you love to share the strengths, what you see, just for the purpose of summarization? And then, of course, the audience has got the fair idea about this kind of leadership style.
So when it comes to advantages, they have a more better trust, leader have more respect, and environment is also good, and attrition rate is reduced. It all result into better business outcome, and they can discuss more situations, more probable solutions, more problems. So team will be problem solver, and result will be better as compared to other leadership style. That's what I feel.
Absolutely. So what I understood is that these kind of leaders are more approachable and friendly. Team can go and speak to them. These kind of leaders create a low stress environment. Trust is more. They are more flexible to accommodate the request of the team, and the team is having great work life balance, and the energy and the vibes in the team is positive. They that kind of reduces the tension and keep the vibe light. That's what I understood from what you just explained. Is
Yes,
that
yes,
correct?
yes, you are fantastic.
So I think that was a great learning, and in fact, it was kind of, this session was kind of full of enlightenment meant for me. And in fact, this session has kind of given a lots of resources, energy, and kind of information about this kind of leadership style stereotype. So we really thank you, leader sir, for joining us. And if you want to say few last word, we will be more happy to hear those words from your end.
No, no, thank you, Suresh. Thank you for inviting me in this important seminar and allow me to share my experience. Definitely, uh, the kind of insights and inputs you have given will help our audience and keep doing good work.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.